Today, I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes of a day in my life as a freelance YouTube editor. So if you wanna know what I do in a day, you wanna know the tea, you've come to the right place. This is the software that I use. Where do I find clients? Definitely jump on this. Is it worth it? Like I said, I'm an oversharer. Where can I learn how to edit? It's the first thing I do every day. The best website that I have found for finding clients is called Good morning, guys. Welcome to my office. We are literally just at a desk in my lounge room, but this is where I work every day. We have honestly hung out here so many times in so many of my vlogs. We've edited a lot of my vlogs here together, but that's been focusing all on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes of a day in my life as a freelance YouTube editor. If you're new here, hi, my name is Beth. I am a lifestyle YouTuber content creator. I basically overshare in my vlogs and go to way too many concerts, but I am also a full-time freelance YouTube editor who specializes in lifestyle vlogs. So if you want to know what I do in a day, you want to know the tea, or if you're wanting to get started as an editor, or maybe you're even a lifestyle girly yourself looking for an editor, you've come to the right place. So it is Tuesday morning and I am currently at my desk ready to get started for the day. The first thing that I do every single morning is check my emails. I check both my client emails relating to freelance and then also any brand emails and just social media emails for my own stuff as well. It's the first thing I do every day. I go on there, I check them, I reply to them all, and then I move on to my client work or my own work depending on the day. So today is a client editing day. One thing about working freelance and just being your own boss in general is that you do have to create your own structure and routine. I don't have set in stone working hours, but I typically try to work from around 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. Now that definitely fluctuates, it changes depending on the amount of work I have on, but that's the kind of baseline that I like to have or structure that I typically tend to go back to. And then I use my Apple Calendar and Notion to plan out my week. Basically what I do is I break it down into days where I'm working for myself, on my own YouTube, my own projects, and then days where I'm working on client work, which is today. If you want to see more of that, I have posted so many productive vlogs, so many monthly resets. Like I said, I'm an oversharer. So if you want to see more of that, you know where to go. So since today is an editing day, the first step is for me to go on and download all of the files that the client has sent me across. My client and I just use Google Drive for transferring files. So let's jump on there and see what we're working with. So this is what my Google Drive looks like. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this, but this is all of the footage that the client has given me. So let's go ahead and download all of these files. All right, while that's downloading, I'm gonna go ahead and answer 3 questions that I always get asked whenever I tell someone that I am a YouTube editor, whether it's in person or over on my Instagram. Number 1, I wanna start, but where do I find clients? The best website that I have found for finding clients is called YouTube Jobs. I will have this linked below for you guys, but basically what you can do is you can create an account, set up your profile as a video editor, and then go ahead and apply for jobs that other YouTubers have advertised on the website. This website is also linked directly to YouTube, so a lot of YouTubers will use this to advertise that they're looking for an editor. So definitely jump on this. You can also use Upwork. I found one of my first ever clients on Upwork, but I will say in terms of getting the payment that you deserve, it's not always the best website, but I will have that linked below as well, along with a bunch of other freelance websites that you can use to kind of just get yourself started and get your foot in the door. 2, where did you learn how to edit and where can I learn how to edit? Now I am 100% self-taught. I was just on my little MacBook on iMovie figuring it out, but you can use the website SKILLSHARE. They have so many courses and classes on editing, so I definitely recommend checking them out. I will have them linked below. This is not sponsored, but I do have an affiliate link that you can use that will get you a free trial on Skillshare, so definitely check that out. But on top of that, there are also so many YouTube tutorials on how to edit on so many different editing platforms. There's been a bunch of times where I've seen a creator do an edit or my client has asked for an edit and I haven't been 100% sure how to do it. I've just jumped on YouTube, typed it in the search bar, and 9 times out of 10, someone has already made a tutorial that I can follow to learn. So I definitely recommend YouTube tutorials as well. You'd be surprised how much you can learn from the platform that you're probably going to end up editing for in the future. And the last question that I get asked so so often is it worth it? Is it worth being a freelance editor? And the answer is 100%. It is so worth it. I will say being your own boss and being a freelancer in general definitely comes with a lot of pros and a lot of cons. But if it's something that you're even remotely interested in, definitely give it a go. You won't know unless you try. Okay, now that my footage is all downloaded, I'm gonna drag this in to Final Cut Pro to start editing. This is the software that I use for not only my client videos, but also my own YouTube videos as well. I'm not gonna show you guys how I edit on Final Cut Pro. Again, there is Skillshare and so many YouTube tutorials for that if you're looking for that. But now that my footage is in Final Cut Pro, I'm ready to start editing. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rough cut of the video. So when I'm editing a video, whether it's for a client or myself, the rough cut is always the first step after importing all of the footage. This is where I go through every single clip and basically start piecing together the story. I'm cutting out anything unnecessary, so awkward pauses, mistakes, or any footage that doesn't feel like it needs to be there. I'm really just creating the skeleton of the video, the bones. I'm not focusing on any more details yet. I'm just trying to get a feel for how everything fits together. Now, the time it takes to do the rough cut can really vary, and it definitely depends on how much raw footage I'm working with. If there's not a lot to get through, it can take about an hour. And then on the flip side, it can easily take me up to 3 hours or 4 hours even if there's a lot to get through. This part is essential because it builds the foundation of the final video, and I'm literally just watching, trimming, and deciding which moments are the strongest and need to stay. And yeah, at this stage, I'm not worrying about transitions, color grading, music, any of that. The goal is just to create a clean, basic timeline that sets the overall pace and flow of the video. Then once I'm happy with the rough cut, I can move on to refining it and adding all of those creative touches. But honestly, without a solid rough cut, it's so much harder to know where to go next. So yeah, it's definitely worth taking the time to get this part right. Okay guys, the rough cut is done. That honestly only took me about an hour, which is so good. Like I was saying, the amount of time that it takes me to do the rough cut varies so much. It really just depends on how much footage there is, the kind of video that it is, but it is all done. So I've decided I'm gonna treat myself to another coffee. Could this make it so that I won't be able to sleep tonight? Yes. Is it still worth it anyway? Yes. So let's go make a coffee. Literally drank that coffee so fast. It usually takes me a good 2 to 3 hours to drink a drink on a good day. Sometimes it might even take me 6 hours to drink a drink. Tell me why I finished that in 5 minutes. It was the perfect coffee. The amount of froth, oh, I loved it. I love a coffee. I know this is a little tangent, but I love a coffee that's 90% froth, 10% liquid. Please let me know in the comments if you can relate. Anyway, now that the rough cut is done, we're gonna move on to what I like to call the creative edit. This is where I go through the video and I add in any music, transitions, effects, any creative elements that I think are gonna elevate the video or that my client likes to have in their video. So once I'm done with the rough cut, I move on to the creative edit. And this is really where the video starts to come to life. This part is all about adding in those features that really elevate the video. Things like music, transitions, sound effects, and any graphics that really just kind of help to bring the story together. Now I usually start with music because it really sets the vibe and pace for the video. Honestly, the right song or sound effect can make such a huge difference. So I'll typically spend a bit of time experimenting to try and find something that fits the mood perfectly. I'll also make sure to adjust the audio levels just to make sure the music isn't overpowering the dialogue, but is still giving the effect and creating the vibe that I want it to. And then after that, I'll add in any transitions to keep everything flowing smoothly, put in any effects, any zooms, any more of those fun features that really are going to elevate the video. How much I do on the creative edit really depends on the client. Some clients want to keep it super simple, super minimalistic, while others want a bit more. You know, more text, more sounds, more zooms, color grading, etc. The creative edit is where I essentially just get to be the most creative and really bring the client's vision for their video to life. Okay guys, it is time for a lunch break. I think my camera is crooked right now. You know what, even if I fix it, I feel like it's still probably going to be crooked, but it is time for some lunch. Also, I'm not sure why, but it's absolutely freezing right now. So I put this little cardigan on, but I have some food already meal prepped. So I'm gonna heat this up, have a little bit of lunch, and then we will get back to work for the day. Okay guys, I have finished the creative edit. I also went ahead and did the next step, which is where I watched the video again. I add in any parts that I think I need to add, take out any parts that I think I need to take out. I basically just do a once over, a final watch, a little quality assurance, just to ensure that the video is perfect and ready for my client. So the next step is for me to export it and upload it for my client to review. Now I just use Google Drive to do this. I have used Frame.io in the past and I really like that platform, but I'm just using Google Drive. And basically what I'll do is once it's uploaded, I'll shoot my client an email, let them know it's ready to review. They'll then review it and get back to me if there's any revisions that they would like. Now in my typical standard freelance YouTube editing contract, I offer 2 rounds of revisions. Now in a perfect, ideal, magical, brilliant, stunning world, I nail the video first go. There's absolutely no revisions needed, but I do offer 2 rounds of revisions because we want to get the video the best that it can be. Okay, a video is exported, it's uploaded. So now we just wait and see if my client has any revisions, but I do have about an hour or 2 left in my workday, and I checked my emails and another one of my clients has sent me some revisions to do for their videos. So let's go ahead and do these revisions together. It's super important to me to make sure that my clients are happy with their videos. So revisions can sometimes take a little bit of back and forth. Clients might want changes to things like timing, transitions, or even swapping out clips. Sometimes it's really small tweaks, and other times they could be more detailed adjustments. It's really just all part of the process, but essentially these revisions make sure that the video is exactly what the client wants. And I always aim to be as efficient as possible with these changes. The goal is always no revisions, but at the end of the day, they're there to make sure we're all on the same page and we get the client exactly what they want. Okay guys, it is 5:26 p.m. It is time to log off for the day. Also, this clock is not the right time. It has been saying it's 25 to 4 for about 12 months now. Every time we change the battery, it just breaks again. It's basically just there to look aesthetically pleasing. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and log off for the day. If you guys have any questions about being a freelance editor, if you want to know more about what my day's like, honestly, if you just have any questions in general, feel free to go ahead and comment them below. I will try and answer all of them. Also, if you are a lifestyle girly and you're looking for an editor, I am your girl. Shoot me an email. I would absolutely love to chat. If you've watched this far, comment below the laptop emoji or the headphones emoji or both if you're feeling crazy. Also, if you've watched this far, you should definitely subscribe because we're basically best friends at this point. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye!